So guys, welcome back to another video, and in this video is going to be a UI challenge, guys. It's been a very long time since I made a UI video on this channel, and if you're a long time subscriber of my channel, you would know that I used to make a really large amount of such videos. So yeah, guys, in this video we'll be converting this UI design which I got from Dribble. First of all, I have opened this design in a separate tab here so that it looks a little bit cleaner. And this design is pretty good actually. If you look at it, it's like a dark theme design. So let's get started, guys. We have a lot of work to do. We'll be doing the screen on the left first. Okay. So if we divide this into three sections, the top part will be the first section. This search bar, this tab bar, and the bottom navigation bar will be the second, and all the scrollable items will be the third. Okay. Let's start off with the top section. I scaffolded out a blank application here. And in the assets directory under images, I have added like 4 images which are nothing but this coffee images, and I have this model image here. That's it. And apart from this, I have also added like a couple of libraries that I'll be using in this project. One is for the fonts, the other ones are for icons, and this is for the frosted glass effect. Fine, let's get started. So in the main page, so if we start from here, return scaffold. Nice. I'll give the scaffold a background color. I have the color somewhere. Let's create a file for it. New file. Just give you a small tip. If in case you want to pick a color from anywhere on the screen, there is an extension called Colorzilla. If you use this extension, it will allow you to like pick color from anywhere on the screen, and you'll get this RGB code. Okay. So yeah, this is like a small tip, bonus tip for you guys. Now go back to dashboard. Alright, let's see how this looks on the mobile device. I'll try to keep the mobile device side by side so that you guys can see how it starts to really show up as we go about coding this entire thing. Alright guys, now you can see that we have this uh, this part. Let's do this one. So that's just going to be another gesture detector. I'll just copy some of the we have done this part. We will also give column dot start, otherwise all these would become center aligned. Main axis alignment. No, not main, cross axis alignment, right? This column, this would be main axis, this would be cross axis. Cross axis alignment dot start. Fine. Now that top part is done, find the coffee best for you. That's just a text. Fine. Now we just need to do this search bar. Search bar is a little bit, there's a space, right? Yeah, there's a small space here. Then below that the search bar. So I'll just give a sized box, height some 20 points. Search bar, I'll write it as a separate widget. Okay. Search bar. moment of truth. Let's see if our search. Wow, our search looks really good, right? Find your coffee. Okay, now that we have done our search bar, that was really good. We'll go ahead and do this. This actually has like 3 tabs, and then the fourth option is just faded out, like, right? Let's go ahead and try to replicate the same. I think we can accomplish that using shader masks. Before that, let's just go ahead and give the option here. Final list. Let's just go ahead and create the shader mask. That's just pretty much easy, guys. Once you know how it becomes like really easy. After this, I'll do a padding. Shader callback is nothing but the child on which the mask needs to be created. Okay, so it'll somehow adhere to the constraints of that child on which this mask is about to be created. Cool. You get what you have done here, right? I am just creating a linear gradient above the area where I wanted to create the mask. And this linear gradient is aligned in such a way that the mask would be like, the gradient would be applied somewhere around here. Okay. When I say this out loud, it might not like, you might not get it, but if you look at it on the screen, you would like see how that works out. So let's go ahead and continue writing code. Blend mode dot dst top. This is okay. This wait, you'll see it at the end. dst top child container. This is once again nothing but a simple. I'm just trying to recreate the tabs, the options in which, and the exact design as well. This is not like a regular tab, right? So let's just go ahead and do that. Container color. This is just to ensure that the first item is always selected, guys. Okay. All right. Now with that we have wow, that was really good, right? Probably I should have saved it a little bit more and then shown you now and then so that you guys could have had a better look at how it looked as we wrote this entire section out. Anyway, guys, what I have done is I have simply created a list of all the 4 options, and then here I am just trying to build that list into a list view, and this function will do that for me. What it will do is just show this entire thing. And the important thing is this shader mask. If you look at the mobile device here, you will notice that the shader mask is applied at the last, just like we had in the design. Flat white, yeah. So if I just tap on this, you can see that the selection moves smoothly. And if I tap on this, yeah, I can scroll that and still half of it is just faded. If I scroll more, probably if I have like 2 more options and if I could scroll more, then this would become more visible as well. Anyway, this is the effect that we wanted to achieve, guys, this part fading out, and a shader mask can be used to do that. That's my point here, and that's why I wanted to show this specifically to you guys. Now let's go ahead and do the bottom bar. Okay. Alright guys, now that that's done, let's go ahead and do the bottom navigation bar. Bottom navigation bar, we'll just do bottom navigation bar, build bottom bar. Okay, and then write out a function for this. Alright, now we can see that we have those icons neatly placed at the bottom. The only thing we need to do is cool. Alright, now we have the bottom bar. It's just an inert bar, guys. It's inactive. It's not a working bar. Let's just move on and finish off the UI first. We'll do this card. We'll just do a card. Okay, these 2 cards. So what do we have here? An image, title text, a subtitle, price, and a button. And not only that, we also have like a box around it that has like kind of a gradient. So yeah, it has a gradient, right? This is a bit light and this is a bit dark. Let's go ahead and try to replicate this. So now we have this, okay, after this shader mask, after this padding, we'll just have a container. We need a list, right? So we'll just image a rating title, subtitle, and a price. That's it. We'll create another folder. Fine. Now all I need to do is use a constructor and then add in a couple of factory methods to do some repetitive tasks, serialization tasks. That's a quick way to do this. I think you could bring in a generator or something using some plugin. I forgot it. If anyone knows that, kindly let me know. That is a quick way to do this, guys. Once we do this variables, yeah, I think it's a extension. I think it's a VS Code extension. You use that and it'll automatically generate the factory methods for you, like from JSON and to JSON and all that. The serialization methods. Fine, this is a model, the coffee item model, and this is what we are going to be using to populate this data. So let's go back to the dashboard page and we'll add this below this. Coffee item. Coffee item rating 4.5, I guess. What was it? Yeah, 4.5 cappuccino with oat milk. Fine. Now we can just use this coffee list and populate this. Where is it? Where did we leave that? We had a list view, right, somewhere. Yeah, here it is. Children, list view, children. Coffee list.map. Coffee list.map. Return coffee item, and we need to write this build coffee item function now. We'll think about this later. Okay, tapping on this should take you to this page, right? Tapping on one of these tiles should take you to this page. We'll write the on tap function later on. That's why I said we'll think about this later. Okay. Now this will be child. No, not this child. Child container. This is an interesting piece of design, guys. We also need to apply like a linear gradient and then do this inside a stack so that we can like have this design as well, right? So let's go ahead and do that. Decoration, box decoration, border radius dot circular 15.2 gradient, linear gradient, begin alignment dot top left, end alignment dot bottom right, colors. This is a list of color. This two colors, this one and this one, right? So this is going to be fixed, I guess. Still, I would add it to the palette so that we are adding this just to give the space in this space. Okay. We'll use a hero tag so that the image beautifully animates. C item dot item image dot toString. Okay, we'll use this as the tag, and child will be a content. This is the actual image. Save this. Let's see how this image looks. Cool, right? You can see here. It looks really amazing, guys, right? Now, why didn't this image load up? That's because you just used coffee main here as well. You should have used images secondary.jpg. Let's just use that, see what happens. Secondary.jpg. Cool, right? Once we did a hot restart, now you can see that this looks somewhat similar to this. But it looks really cool, guys. As you can see, it looks really cool. Let's go ahead and add this small rating badge at the top right corner. After this, let's add another position. This positioned, let the child be there. Top right would be 10, and top would once again be 10. This child would be a container. Height would be 25 points. Width would be some 50, so that it looks like a rectangle. And the decoration, box decoration, this is where the thing is crucial. instead this, although this now appears to be, I didn't zoom this up, it appears to be a frosted glass effect. We'll just use the normal one now, for now, okay. And normal one as in we pick the color from there and then use it with a small opacity, that's it. Color opacity, right? Border radius dot only top right circular 15, bottom left You guys understand what's going on here, right? I'm just trying to do this. So here you need a curve, here you need a curve, whereas this point and this point are not curved. That's why I said top right and bottom left, right? Now the next thing is we need this actual data, this data inside. So I'm going to be doing that. And for that I'll just do a row, a simple row. Children icon. Icon start star color star is probably the same color as cappuccino, so color palette dot coffee selected, okay, and the size would be somewhere around 15. Save this, see what happens. Wow, you get that nice looking thing at the top right. Now interestingly the star is pushed over to the edge. So it's just a row we need to let's add the one more child and then talk about that. Text C item, what was that? C item dot rating dot toString. And we need to give it a font style Google Fonts dot Source Sans Pro. What was that? Yeah, Source Sans Pro. Source Sans Pro font weight dot bold colors dot white font size 13. Fine, save this. Wow, looks really good. Let's just add a little bit of spice here. Main axis alignment dot space evenly, right? Yeah, now it's looking really good, right? At the top there is this 4.5 4.2 and we have that here as well. Now we need a title, subtitle, and then this row. If you do that, that's it. We have this gradient as well. I don't know if you guys can see this, but the gradient, the light color here and the dark color here, that we have replicated beautifully in the mobile phone as well. I'll add like a large size screenshot on the GitHub page. The GitHub page, the code for this will be available in the description below of this video. So yeah, let's go ahead and do this and finish off this chip. So this is just a title and a subtitle. So what I'll do is I'll just add the stack is no more needed. Let's just go ahead and come out of the stack. Padding edge insets dot only left 10.0. Child text C item dot title Source Sans Pro colors dot white font size 17.2. Fine. Save this, let's see what happens. Cool, right? Cappuccino. Now with oat milk and with chocolate, we need to add these two as well. And that doesn't actually, we can just copy and paste this. The only difference for between both of them is the weight of the font and the size. Subtitle font size would be around 12. Save this. Make this a little bit thinner. Font weight .w 200 extra light. Wow, that looks really good, right? Cappuccino with chocolate, cappuccino with oat milk. And apart from this, what we'll do is we'll add a little bit of padding at the bottom as well. Now this padding is to create this space. Okay, so cappuccino with oat milk, cappuccino with chocolate, we have created this beautiful thing. If you see like this, it's almost exactly the same, right? And then we just need to create this price and the add button. So let's go ahead and do this. There's a row, a simple row, that's it. Let's go ahead and do that. Wow, this looks really good on the mobile device, guys. Padding. Child would be row. There should be space between. Okay, main axis alignment dot space between children. This is this row, the $sign and the price. So container height 40, it would be some 60 points, and then child would be some row children. Style, oh shit, style. Save this. Okay, $sign is fine. Let's just add one more, the price text. And add button, that's it. So how do we do that? It's like a small button, that's it. So after this, gesture detector. This looks really good, guys. Now we have done this entire chip. It looks really amazing on the mobile device, honestly. This screen here that I'm showing you, this recording doesn't do much justice, but on a real mobile device that you can hold in your hand, mobile device is supposed to be okay. The screen here that I'm showing you on this recording doesn't do it much justice, but on the mobile device this looks really amazing. Let's go ahead and do this special for you and this, and then finish off this entire screen before moving on to this one. Alright guys, let's just finish this last part and be done with it. So special for you, and then this chip also has the gradient, I think. Let's just go ahead and do that. Now that we have done this coffee item, sorry, where is it? Build coffee item. It's a list view, right? Yeah, here it is. List view container padding. Yeah, this is the one. After this, we'll add one more padding. Padding edge insets not only left 15, right 15, top 10. Fine. This is a text special for you or something. Special for you. I'll just copy and paste the style from somewhere. Style, where is it? Yeah, I'll copy and paste it from here. Just increase it a little bit. Style. See this. Wow, it looks really special. And then now the end chip, the last part of the design. So the last part of the design, if you notice here, this is a chip with a gradient, and then there is an image on the left and some text on the right. That's it, right? That's it. So once again, let's save this, see how that looks. Cool, right? Now we got that gradient part ready. We'll just do this part. There's an image here. So I'll just add a row. I'll just add a row inside this container. And box with top cover. Save this one. Now we have this nice looking image, and the next thing we need to do is add this title nearby. That's it. After this container, I'll add a second container. This container height will be on 150, the same height. Child column, children container height under cool. Now we have this entire screen done and dusted, right? Probably there is some more text that needs to be filled up here, but anyway, now we have this entire screen done and dusted. The one on the left, as you can see here, it looks really impressive on the mobile device. Now upon tapping on one of these, either this one or this one, it should reveal the second screen. Let's go ahead and do that part. So for that, first we need to create another screen. Let me just create a folder for the screens. And inside this screen, I'll just create a item detail file. Item detail. Item details. Save this. Now go back to dashboard page. Item details needs to accept this, from which coffee it was tapped on. So I'll need to accept that, right? So I'll go here, and then below this I'll just accept final coffee item, C item, and add that here as well. This should be required. Now I can simply do C item, Fine. Now whichever item I'm tapping on, this details will be passed over here. Now if these details are passed over here, obviously we have the image, the rating, the price, and the title and the subtitle. All we need is the extra designs that we have to put in place. That's it. So I'm going to be doing that. Here this should be a wait. First of all, let me create a couple of finance. Superb, right? Now we can just do a return scaffold body stack. Why am I using a stack here? Because literally all the widgets here need to be stacked on top of one another. Stack children, at the base of the stack, it's always advisable to place a widget that covers the entire device. So height, screen height, width, screen width. The reason is here I was using stack as well, but I didn't do anything like that, right? The reason here is this entire scaffold is going to be returning one stack. So that if I have that primary child, the topmost child as topmost child as in the bottommost child, this will be the bottommost child, because all the rest of the children will be stacked on top of this. So I'm going to be like using a child that has the screen height and screen width, and the color could be transparent or something, so that this is not actually visible. Colors.black, since this is going to be black color. Save this, and hero, the first thing we'll do is place the image and then place these two buttons on top of the image. Tag would be widget.citem.image. uh, uh, item image dot toString, and child would be container height screen. Fit box fit dot cover. Fine. Save this. Let's see how the image looks. Oh, okay, we won't be able to see the image because we haven't actually tapped on it. Wow, this looks really good, right? Now we have no way to go back. Okay, let's put these two buttons in here in place so that we actually have a way to go back. On top of this hero, let's have a position widget. This position widget will take two parameters. Top 35.0, left 10.0. Even where I'm going this way, I'm doing this part, guys. You can see this on the device. Now I have to add some more decorations to make that look exactly like the design spec. So box decoration inside this. Alright, now the button looks exactly like this one here. Similarly, I have to add a button on that side and it should be the heart. So what I'll do is I'll just copy and paste this entire thing. The only difference there would be obviously icon star favorite rounder. And this shouldn't pop. Cool. Now if I go back, yeah, it goes back. If I tap on this image, cool. You saw that hero effect, right? If you go back, yeah. Now that the image is in place and the buttons are in place, I need to bring in this frosted glass effect, this component and this component. Okay, let me just zoom in a little bit here. Frosted glass effect, this component and this component, right? So let me first place this small tile over there and then think about placing all those components and all that. This class container is the one that I added the class morphism UI. That package will handle this. I mean, that package was added specifically for this. Height 150 and All right, let's just tap on one of this. Wow, you get that nice frosted looking effect as well, right? Well, just like here. The only difference is since we have only, they have like included this entire image to up till here, until here, I think. Since you have included only half the image, half of it looks like frosted glass and the half looks the dark background at the bottom, in the back. The back is dark because we gave the color here as black for the base child, right? Anyway, let's just move on. We can keep messing and tinkering around this UI, but let's just move on for now. Alright guys, let's continue from where we left off. We'll just fill up this frosted glass with the text. Child container height some 140. I should always keep this height below 150, right? And I'm doing this one. If I don't give center here, this entire thing will move to this point. Capex will be in this point and start. You get it, right? This is the container, guys. Here I am having a container. I have split that into two, as you can see here. And this first part will be like having this section, and the second part will be having this section. So if I didn't give this main axis alignment dot center, this will be moved up here. That's why I gave this. And then cross axis alignment dot start. And children cool. Now you can see this cappuccino and with oat milk here, right? Now we'll do this row and give some space there. Save this. Okay, we got the star 4.5, the rating, and the other one. We just need a small space there as well. So after this icon, I will introduce a sized box. Now we need a rating. I'll just copy and paste this. widget.c item dot rating dot toasting font weight dot bold is just a little bit smaller, and we after the rating there is some text here. We'll copy that as well, get that as well in place. So that text would be, what was the text? 6,986. Save this. Okay, that looks really cool. Now this is done, guys. This is actually the color from here, I guess, with oat milk. That color, I guess. Where is that subtitle? Yeah, this color. Yeah, that looks more like it, right? Now we'll do this part, coffee, milk, and medium roasted. So to do that, once again I'll bring in another container. we are still inside this row. You can see that, right? Container and padding edge insets dot only f2 some 25 I, we are doing this one, guys, this coffee. Okay, that's why this row, and I'm using a column here because I have one more child here below that. Height some 50 units, width once again 50 units. That's a square shaped one. Decoration, box decoration, border radius dot circular 10. This is all done. Iconify. Okay, now if you save this, you can see that there is actually a small black color, not black, yeah, black color tile created, and there is a small icon. I couldn't get this icon, so I just added a coffee mug there. Okay, and below that there is something written, coffee is written, right? We'll write that as well. And then paste that thing. The only difference is the color is different. Cool. You can see that I have this exact thing here, right? Now the next thing is I'll do the same for milk, only the icon would be a little bit different. That's it. I also give a small spacing, sized box height, some 2 units. Okay. And what was I about to do? Milk. For milk, I'll just use the same container. The only difference would be the color would be, I mean, not color. Icon would change, and this would be milk. And here the icon would be IC dot water drop. IC dot water. Round water drop. Yeah, this one. Save this. Let's see what happens. This will be really good. Cool, right? Milk and coffee. Now the second row has one single element that's called medium roasted. That's it. So after this row, where is it? After this row, I've gone out of this row, and then I'm still staying inside the column. Okay. Sized box, height, some 10 units. And this exactly would be the same as this. The only difference would be the container height as well as, container width, as well as it won't have an icon. It just has a text. So we'll just copy and paste this one. Paste this, and then instead of this height, just give, since it's not going to have an icon, no need for height, but the width would be bigger because it needs to fit for both of these. And then what else? Color, this will be the same. This you won't need a column anymore. Remove this column. There is nothing to remove. Okay, just remove it this way. Icon is also not needed. This is not needed. Child, wrap this with the center so that it looks centered. Let's save this. Not milk, medium roasted. medium roasted. Save this. Cool. Wow, it looks really good, guys. The only thing is this should have been inside a row, so that this row I can simply do a main axis alignment dot center, and this would automatically fit in with, you can see that it automatically fits in exactly with the margin of the above two things, right? So even if I go back, just watch what happens. It's beautiful, right? Cappuccino with chocolate this time. There's a rating, and this is common for both of these. You get this? Okay, now that this entire section is done, let's go ahead and do this description section, and then after that we have these buttons and this. Alright guys, let's just move on. Let's do the description and then do the size buttons. So from here, medium roasted. Okay, after this class position, this position, I'll add a new position, and this will Alright, the description is there. Now after that it's just a text. Cool. Then we'll do the size and this size buttons. Okay, so size, I'll just use this. All right, you can see what we did here, right? These are like tappable, and then as you can see there here, they just you know, allow you to select them as well. Once you select them, the other two would automatically change their colors and styles as well, as you can see there. Let's go ahead and finish off this. It's pretty much easy, guys. I just used a title and the index, right? The index would change whenever you tap on the particular button. So based on the selected index, what I'm doing is I'm setting the styles. That's it. Very simple and very effective. You could, based on these titles, you can use these titles as a value. Like for instance, if the selected index is 1, then the user has selected medium. So where wouldn't this work? This wouldn't work when the number of options available are not fixed. When the number of options are variable, this wouldn't work. Here it's fixed, S, M and L. So it's always going to be S, M and L, and I can give like 3 different indexes and that's it, right? Anyway, let's move on and then finish off the last part of the design, that is this price and this buy now button. Okay, guys, let's move on and finish off this final piece of this UI screen. So after this container, I'll just add a sized box, because there is some space here, as you can see here. Sized box, height some 10 units, and then container minus 30 because we need a left and right padding. Child row space between, because you are going to be using this and this as 2 components inside the row. And children, once again, container height 50. Let's just save this, see how this looks. Price, okay, this one is fine. And now I need this second part. I can put it in a row. So after this text, that's it. After this text, I was already using this dollar. I remember in the first screen, I think. Save this. Let's see how this looks. Fine. Now what was the okay, the price. So price, I'll just copy and paste this once again. And here I'll just do save this. Cool, right? Now I got this. Why did I give 4.201 instead of 4.20? Because if I give 4.20, it will automatically round it off to 4.2, and the reason for that is the price is double. So if I give 4.20, it will automatically show only just 4.2. So that's the reason why I gave 4.21, no other particular reason. Now I'll just include this buy now button. It's like a big button, that's it. Nothing fancy in this. So I'll go here, get out of the row, get out of the column. This is the column, right? This is the column. And get out of this container, but still stay inside the same row. And then add a gesture detector. on tab, fine, child, container, height 50 units, width, screen width by 2, screen width by 2, screen width by 2 plus 50 units, and decoration, box decoration color palette dot coffee selected. Copy this and paste it here, and here just give 70, and finally after this row container. Cool, now this is done, as you can see here, and this buttons work as well. You can choose sizes. Let's just tap on the back button, quickly run through this entire UI. We started off with this particular screen, right? 2 screens, and then we did both of them. We did this part, and then this wonderful search bar. We also have this wonderful tab bar. It's not it's clickable, but it's still the content still remains the same because I haven't wired it to work together. And then we have this amazing this section. We have this gradient which we created, and this amazing image and all that, and below that we have this part, okay, that is special for you, that is done as well. And when tapping on this, it should take us to the second screen. Second screen is an amazing screen as well, and in the second screen we have this image loaded up, a frosted grass effect, and there's a description, the size, the buttons, so buttons obviously work, and there is a price. Size and price, should I have given more height? Maybe. Hold on. Let me check. Where did I give? Probably I should have given more height here. Anyway, let's just, you can play around with it as much as you want, guys. Okay. Yeah, so this is exactly what I wanted to show you guys today. If I just tap on the other field, this loads up a different image, although the text inside it, apart from the title and the subtitle, even the title is the same. Only the subtitle changed and the rating changed, and the price changed, obviously. So yeah, this is exactly what I wanted to show you guys today. Hope you like this video, guys. We created this amazing UI from these 2 screens. Hope you like this video. If you like this video, kindly hit the thumbs up button and kindly share it with someone so that it might be of some help to them as well. The code for this entire design is available on GitHub, and I have included the link in the below description. And if you like what I'm doing on this channel, kindly subscribe to my channel, guys. Subscribe to my channel, and yeah, hit on the bell icon. Subscribe, it's free, right? And I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Bye.